there, thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today I have a 6v6 custom match here on the most amazing Rockstar map generator on Viewer Wednesday, which means this replay was sent to me by one of you. Thank you so very much. Their name is down in the description. Let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players. We will start with Team 1 on the northeastern side, and then we'll end with Team 2 on the southwestern side of the map. Taking a look at Team 1. Let's go eastern side first. We have in Blood Angel Red, blending in with his environment quite nicely. It is Khal. He's playing as a Cybran for this match. He is a 1600. Moving northward, we have in Stitch Blue, it is Caliber. He is also playing as a Cybran. He is a 1700. To his northeast, we have another Cybran for Team 1. It is Haidovic. He is in Snow White. He is a 1500. To his west, in orange, the color orange, it is another Cybran for Team 1. It is Bendu. He is a 1300. Maybe he'll turn into a big ghost monster and disappear. Or cloud monster. To his west, we have breaking the mold so far for Team 1. It is RS88 and EN, or N. I'll probably call him 88 for short. He is a UEF. He is in Emerald Green as an 1100. To his southeast, we have in Imperial Gray. It is a different mold here for Team 1. It is Charlotte playing as an Aeon. He is a 2100, the highest rated player on Team 1 and in the game overall. So for Team 1 side of the map, they have a UEF over here to the west and Aeon here in the kind of Midwest. And then they have 4 Cybrans over here on the northeastern side. So no Seraphim Tech for Team 1. Moving on to Team 2 side of the map, moving to their western side first. We have an Amethyst Purple. It is velaone playing as a Seraphim. He is a 1600. He's also the only Seraphim in the game. To his south, we have in Light Oak 10, it is zwierzak. I think I said his name right. He is a Cybran. He is an 1800. To his southwest, we have as the best color of forest green, it is Guilddann playing as an Aeon. He is a 1300. In Chevy Crimson to his east, we have the Cybran of FAF, Phoenix. I think I'll just say FAF for short. He is a Cybran. He is a 1300. Actually, I might just say Phoenix, because if I say FAF every, however many times I call his name, I think maybe people will think I'm talking about the game overall, so I'll just say Phoenix. To his east, we have as an it is polytheistic. He is in Tropical Ocean Blue as a 1300. And then rounding up Team 2 and the game we have in Royal Blue, it is MacroNoob. He is a Cybran. He is a 1900. He's also the highest rated player on Team 2. So for Team 2 side of the map, they have the one and only Seraphim on that western side. They also have 2 Aeons here and here. They have a Cybran here, here, and here, which means Team 2 lacks the UEF faction. Team 1 lacks the Seraphim faction, but every faction is represented in the game, which is what we love to see. And for these 12 plays on the map, before they scoop it all up, let's take a look at their recruitment situation. Currently sitting at, I have to move the main map first, at 34,000 mass in reclaim. It's been a couple of minutes, so I'll round it up to 36 to make the math easy in my head. 3,000 mass in reclaim. That is a lot of mass per player to scoop up, and the majority of that mass is kind of dotted, actually mainly around the central point on the map, which is kind of a ring of mountains. There is some reclaim here and here, but for the most part, it is some of it's inside, but the majority of it is outside of that ring. So lots and lots of reclaim to get everybody started in their eco or building units or whatever upgrades or whatever else they want to do with it. In terms of calm distribution, we'll take a look at Team 1 side of the map first. They have Ars on the northwestern side facing off against velaone, so 1v1 there. In the middle, it's a 2v2. It's going to end up being that way. It could be 1v1, 1v1, but 2v2. Between Caliber and Charlotte versus Team 2's zwierzak and MacroNoob, both of which are Team 2 going for gun, with Ars on Team 1 going for T2. In the south, we have Team 2's polytheistic versus Team 1's Khal. That's a 1v1 there. And then in the rear, we have 2 players from each team hanging out, so most likely 2 air players, maybe for Team 1, maybe 1 land, maybe 1 air, but I do sense dual air situation here for Team 1 and Team 2. A couple of units trying to run by here from Team 2's MacroNoob. He's doing a little bit of some work going after a Mexo 2, but looks like they're going to be dealt with here quickly. And in terms of additional mexes on the map, we'll take a look at Team 2 side of the map with gun upgrade started for Caliber, stealth upgrade started for MacroNoob, gun upgrade started here for velaone on that western side. We do see the majority of the mexes, at least for Team 2, do reside on that more western side of the map. Again, this was a starting location here for Team 2, but there's lots of mexes there. There's a quad mex position there. There's a 6-star mex position there. So there's lots of mexes more to the western side of the map. And the eastern side, there's a couple of mexes in the middle maybe to fought over, but the majority of that extra mass income will come from more securable locations for each side of the map, and then maybe fighting over some of the scraps in the middle. Scraps being maybe just the reclaim. Combi-com action has occurred between Caliber of Team 1 and MacroNoob of Team 2. MacroNoob is hunting Caliber down, and that is not looking good for him. He's dropped almost into the red already. He did get a veteran scene. It's going to help him out a little bit. But MacroNoob barely has any damage to his comm. He's been focusing on the comm of Caliber, and now MacroNoob is kind of getting Uno reversed to a little bit. Caliber's like, I don't care if I get the kill. I'm just going to fall back, and I do not blame him. We have western side zwierzak going after Charlotte's comm, getting some T1 and T2 PD online, I imagine. Trying to get another T2 PD online, at least as fast as possible. Shield is holding kind of sort of for now. And now there's 2 PDs shooting at zwierzak. He's not looking too hot as well. MacroNoob does get a ranking veterancy, so he should be fine. There's no T2 units nearby. zwierzak trying to bob and weave. Dodges that shot. Dodges that shot. Dodges that. Oh, gets hit by that one. Oh, gets hit by that one. It's only going to take a couple more. It's going to take a couple more. Oh, does he get out of range? I think he just got out of range. Yes, he did. Ooh, that was real close for him. A strap bomber or a couple of Corsairs would be choice for Team 1 to use against him. T3 air, speaking which, is online for Bendu, and T3 air is online for Haidovic. Team 2, we have T2 air online and T2 land going for T3 land. That's interesting in the back of the map. And then we have T2 most likely going for T3 here shortly here for Team 2's Phoenix. So again, 2 air players for Team 1 and Team 2, but both of which on Team 1 already have T3 air. That might mean somebody is going to get sniped sooner rather than later, because why not take the advantage while you have it? Or maybe a bomber will come out and just lay waste to mexes, because there is, again, a decent clumpage of mexes around the map for Team 2 and Team 1, obviously. But that is definitely something to watch out for on that western side. We do see a couple of boats in the water here for Team 1's Arse. We do see facilities trying to be built on the shoreline closer to the comm, it looks like. He also has Nano online, and Arse only has T2 online. T2, of course, Navy is online. Team 2 has T1 online, going for T2 now. Lots of 1s and lots of 2s and whatnot. We do see mobile missile launchers on the case here for Team 2's zwierzak trying to get some revenge. Looks like the shield tried to be built and got denied. We do see some Team B here. Those siren missiles are annoying to deal with because they split up and cause all sorts of shenanigans, but it looks like he's slowly dealing with it now. We do see nano repair started for zwierzak. He also got the stealth upgrade to get a boost in hit points. So he's going to be fine for now. Definitely something to be worried about, though. We do see forces from both teams on the eastern side moving to the middle of the map. Huge conga line of Mantis, and I would assume some Medusa mixed in there as well. A couple of them mixed in there. We do see Caliber still getting shot at by MacroNoob's comm. It's gun nano for Team 2's macro versus gun stealth, which will favor Team 2. But the units are inbound. There's some rhinos here for Team 2's MacroNoob, so that's going to help out a little bit, thinning out at least some of the horde. Transport inbound. Bombers inbound as well. I feel like somebody is being targeted right now by Team 1, and Caliber's going to try to do as much damage. Bombers are inbound. Transport going to do as much damage as it can. Just anything in the air being thrown at him. MacroNoob will be forced to kind of semi-disengage. And now we even see zwierzak, I should say, coming in to assist as well. Another bombing run inbound. Kind of misses a little bit, but still kind of hits him a little bit. He's trying to dodge and weave, bob and weave, as much as he can. And Caliber is getting pinged. I don't know if he's saying, hey, why don't you push in or whatever. MacroNoob's going to get 2-star vet. Now going to get a boost in hit points, 20% more. Sorry, 20% more in total, 10% more from 1 to 2, of course. And he's still taking hits from the air. Most of those bombers have been thinned out. Again, like I said, a bomber, strat bomber 2 would be very, very nice. Transport inbound from Team 2's rearguard air land player of Guildannn has a couple of Harmagers on the scene. Reclaims that's a nice little wreck immediately. And now we see it's a 2v1 on the eastern side with the northern middle player of Charlotte underneath some missile bombardment and trying to throw out some missiles of his own against his opponent. Again, Team 1 does not have access to Seraphim tech. Team 2 does not have access to UEF tech. So maybe we'll see a Billy Nuke from Team 1. Maybe we'll see most likely see a chicken from Team 2. But we will just have to see if any of the comms go for the bigger, exciting things like super nukes and Mavors and that sort of thing. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. This game, I don't think lasts an hour, but it's pretty close to that hour mark, so we will see plenty of time for all the crazy shenanigans that we love to see in FAF. Seeing if I keep saying FAF like that, then maybe, again, there's FAF Phoenix kind of thing. So it's just nickname, not short as anyway, short story short. Phoenix is what I'm referring to. Carl's in the water hanging out over here. T2 Navy being in full swing. We do see a Cybran naval facility in the south stopped the construction of a cruiser. Don't know what that's about. Maybe trying to keep it under wraps for now. Team 1 does not aware of it, so we will see what happens with it. Team 2, I would assume they're aware of the Team 1. Nope, not aware of anything. Looks like the stuff in the middle of the map has quieted down. Now we see zwierzak pushing in with MacroNoob being escorted by some Harmagers who are doing a very good job of reclaiming the entire time. All 3 shields knocked out by that overcharge. Nice grab by Caliber. Forces the other 2 to disengage. Great, great grab there. Almost wiped out all 3 in one shot. Reclaims their fallen brother, I should say. That's unfortunate for them. But at least they did a good job of at least avenging. That is a really... Why is that destroyer have... Looks like the color scheme looks off. Looks darker. Like the ship itself just looks physically darker. That's odd. Could be the map, but I feel like that destroyer looked odd. But he just survived an attack. Barely, though. We have torp bombers. Nah, it's not going to last much longer, though. Because that amount of bombers will kill that destroyer immediately. We do have Charlotte still underneath that bubble. We do see sensor packages online, so has a decent portion of the middle of the map under his purview. Just not able to really affect Team 2 at this point. He could launch an assault with something else other than missiles, because, again, there's just so many zappers there from Team 2. And T3 Air, I'd assume, is online for both team. Oh, wow, no, T3 Air is not online yet for Guildannn. Looks like focusing on mechs upgrades right now and getting them all ringed and whatnot. We do see Phoenix does have T3 Air online. Team 1 did not go for early bomber, which I'm a little sad to see, but, you know, different decisions and strategies and whatnot. I get it. And we do see Team 1's Caliber now pushing in from this more southeastern direction and gets, you know, a couple of Rhino kills. He's up to almost up to 5-star vet at 9.1k. We have Macro at 3,000, and then we have zwierzak at 4,000 at 3-star vet. And it looks like things are kind of slowing down a little bit in the middle of the map for now. We do see the naval attack has begun. Cruiser is online. And Team 1 still hasn't noticed it yet. We do see another destroyer online, starting to wreak havoc onto the eastern player of Polytheistic's base. T2 land looks like is probably the target if they can actually hit the target. Seems like they're kind of struggling actually shooting at things. Looks like they're focusing on the engineers. I mean, you could just focus on the facility to wipe out construction of more engineers, but that's just me. And we do see maybe some movement out from Charlotte. Looks like T3 mechs on the front line is very bold. Maybe he's ran out of mexes to upgrade. Nope, not ran out of mexes. Still has some more mexes in the background to upgrade, doing the obviously destroy, reclaim, and rebuild instead of just the normal upgrade. Because if you can do that fast enough, it's worth it versus just letting it sit and do the upgrade as normal. You see nice little mermaid here obfuscating the location of no forces, because the forces, oh, they're closer now because it moved, but They're destroying that naval headquarters. So Team 1 de facto wins Navy in the southeast. Team 1 and Team 2 still kind of not really focusing on it, but they have something there to kind of just shoot some shots at one another. Nothing too crazy. The laser started for Team 1's Caliber. The laser started for Team 2's MacroNoob. Are we going to see a double laser engagement? Maybe, maybe not. We do see some Corsairs starting to stack up for Team 1's Bendu. So maybe he'll try to snipe one of these two players. Again, if he had those like 5 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago, he probably would have sniped zwierzak, but maybe not. Maybe could have decided to wait, which is entirely possible. Brick comes out to say hi, and Brick absolutely regrets his decision and goes right back where he came from. Laser is started for zwierzak as well. We have 2 lasers in the middle, and one is done for Caliber. That got done very quickly. Again, he doesn't even have nano online. He is full sending it. Let's see if he decides to go all the way. He's going to go pretty close with it. Not entirely all the way there, but pretty darn close. Looks like Mix is transferred over to guildannn. At least not all of them, most of them. T3 land did end up getting built. Does get a T3 engineer out for at least a little bit of time, but I mean, why not wipe out the facility? That way you can't build more engineers to be able to try to keep that thing online or whatever, but I guess not. That's a little unfortunate, but he is slowly destroying the other facilities. Some of them actually got control K'd, and that T3 land headquarters will soon be annihilated. Yeah, that one's not looking good at any point. There it goes, and all the mixes are destroyed. Almost all the mixes are destroyed, and polytheistic is kind of out of it for now. We do see his forces are actually going to just charge into the middle, maybe try to hold out for his MacroNoob to finish his laser upgrade. And Caliber is inbound. We do see laser is done for zwierzak as well. Corsairs going after the comm of MacroNoob, and they say absolutely not to that upgrade. And Bendu scores first blood in the game at 20 minutes. So everybody did survive past 20 minutes at a bare minimum. And it is now a 6v5 in Team 1's favor. And now Caliber's laser is activated. Whether or not Team 2 has noticed is probably possible. I would assume they've noticed at this point. And cloaking has been started for zwierzak. If he gets that online, that will absolutely win the fight for Team 1 in the middle. Unless that Omni, that T2 becomes a T3, then maybe not. T2 PD trying to be built to try to deny this. Again, no additional hit points here for Team 1's player because he already has 5-star vet. And laser should be within range here shortly. And it's going to be very explosive here very quickly. Shield is offline. Brick's moving in. Cloaking. Oh, he has to turn around and fire the laser. Is it going to be enough? Is it a murder-suicide? It is not a murder-suicide. zwierzak survives because, well, partly because of the nano, and partly because, again, he had a slight advantage over his opponent of Caliber because Caliber lost hit points already. But nice counter by Team 2. It looks like Caliber's kind of, funny, laughing about that a little bit. Now it is a 5v5 game at 21.5 minutes. So the laser comm that was going to be built for MacroNoob gets denied, and then the laser comm of Team 2's zwierzak actually defeats the laser comm of Caliber. So nice counters on both sides. We see a couple of those fire beetles running around. That's always fun. And of course, Team 1's Charlotte should be at. Let's see, are they there? No, they're back there. Okay, I was going to say because they have cloaking, but they don't have stealth. So as long as he has that radar system online, then he's fine. If he loses that, not good things happen. GC is inbound from Charlotte. Guess where it's going. I mean, there's only one logical choice at that point. Just immediately send it. zwierzak still stuck on that cloaking upgrade, and he's probably going to be like that for pretty much till the GC arrives. That's not going to be fun. We do see, of course, the destroyers. Some of them have sprouted legs and started to walk on the land and starting to invade some of that eastern territory for Team 2. Again, in terms of eco, Team 1 is de facto winning just because they have lost an entire base of eco. They're right down here. And then the second player for Team 2 is just kind of out of it just because they have, again, no infrastructure left. Maybe a mech and a couple of PD, but that's about it. There's really nothing left for them, so they're kind of just, well, I'm going to give my other mechs over, hang out in the middle, and see what happens. And cloaking is done for zwierzak. If that Omni sensor gets built, Team 1 can see him. And if not, then he's going to get out of there pretty scot-free. That is the range of the at least T2 radar. And if I'm not mistaken, the Omni range is about the same. Maybe it's I think it's a little bit shorter, but not by much, or a little bit like wider. I don't remember one way or the other. If he upgrades it to T3, we can see. But it's something similar to that. I do know that. T3 started on board Guildannn. He has sensor package online. Phoenix getting his air grid nice and expanded. Love to see that. Air Force is starting to roam around the eastern side, at least for Haidovic. And then it looks like Team 1's Bendu maybe funding a little bit of that. Looks like he has some air scouts flying around. There's the cloaking laser commander of zwierzak and hasn't done anything about it from Charlotte's point of view. Oh, no. Oh, laser trying to kill him. It's not going to work. Granted, there are some, beetles helping out, but just got absolutely annihilated. It doesn't have Omni on board. So none of the experimentals, at least the land ones, don't have Omni on board. And that's been like that for a while. So at least when I'm not mistaken. I think it's been a couple of years since that had a Omni sensor on board. So don't know why. Maybe Charlotte just didn't notice it until it was too late. Maybe, I don't know. But I do remember a couple of casts long time ago. There were multiple people like, why didn't he see it? He should have Omni. Nope, there's no Omni on board. So there is that. Just give me the ASF, please, says Haidovic. So it looks like, yeah, just kind of gifting all the ASFs over to one player does make it a lot easier to micro that, and then you can kind of coordinate things. We do see one Otham still alive. Now it's dead. Caster Curse state literally in real time. And western side, T2 Navy, no T3 yet. T2 Navy, still no T3 yet. So we will see if either of them go for T3. Maybe they will. Because, again, if one of them does, it could maybe even crush that position pretty quickly either way. And maybe start to kind of, at least for Team 2's point of view, at least start to mirror what's happening in the south for Team 1. And they need to fight this land invasion off because it is going to keep hurting them. But just it's like a thorn in their side, literally poking even deeper into Team 2's territory as time goes on. So it's just going to be a huge distraction. If they ignore it, it's going to get worse. And if they focus on it, then the middle is going to get a little bit worse. So you have to just squash it, be done with it, push it back far enough, and then just re-cement that front line and be done with it. We do see Ythotha's online with a GC, and I think Charlotte is going home. Yep, going home. Another GC online. We have Quantum Gateways online pumping out SACUs for mass spam of eco at this point. 25 minutes on the clock, and at least maybe one person has decided not necessarily how to end it, but at least how to fund the end of the game. Team 2, anything crazy happening over here? We do see a couple of shots from these destroyers starting to get into the air grid for Team 2's Phoenix. That is not looking good because it looks like the crews are trying to get as much range out of those units as possible. There's a little nubbin of land that says, no, you're not getting any closer. Excuse the sneeze there. A couple of Corsairs over the top kill off one of those leading destroyers. There's a couple more there. ASFs clean out Team 2's Corsairs. They don't want to engage just yet. Again, there are cruisers that may be trying to bait in the ASFs from Team 2. And that would actually benefit them because at least there's some AA for Team 2 there. And there's some on some T1 Sky Slammers. For T3 units, it's like, eh. But, again, at least it's something. We have those two GCs now and a Ythotha pushing in. And there's two GCs from Team 1. Just by the numbers, Team 1's going to lose that fight. All the chicken has to do is give a hug to one of those and eliminates one of those experimentals immediately. zwierzak on the front line with that cloaking laser commander doing a very good job of whittling down this brick wall or two. It's not a house yet, and it won't be a house, but, I tried to become a house. Omni says somebody, I think that was velaone from Team 2. No, that was Caliber from Team 1. And shield goes down. Pigeon that was going to be built will probably still be built. Looks like the destroyers was dealt with. And that kind of ends the assault for now. It's still ongoing, though. T2 Stinger's online. There's that GC getting hugged by that Ythotha. And a nuke. A nuke is online and loaded and fired from zwierzak. And it is inbound to the eastern side. Oh, wow. That is one way to eliminate that naval threat from Team 1. That is gonna land, and I don't think Khal's gonna move in time. He is a dead man, and I might just slow that down a little bit to watch the explosion even more, because why not say kaboom a little slower. We have Jesters over the top with a bunch of Team 1 bombers mixed in. We have a GC. That one's dead. The other one's about to die as well. Here comes the nuke from Team 2. Zwierzak going to kill off the comm of Khal. Kaboom! There it is. Team 2 scores a kill. And now, for the first time in the game, Team 2 is in the lead at 5-2-4. Whoopsies. Probably talking about the fact that he just gave all of that mass to most likely Charlotte. I think I'm forced to play now, says Charlotte. It's a compliment. Yeah, it's probably fair. Because, again, he was doing a lot of work on that Eastern Front. Again, it's a nice, easy way to be like, nope, not dealing with it anymore. Just going to send out a couple of units on the ground, send the nuke out, do a 1-2 punch, call it a day. So I don't know where anything is, says zwierzak. That's unfortunate. Donut. See, I mean, the ASFs might be in Team 2's favor. 172 versus 128. I mean, it's 50, but there's at least 100 of them for both teams, so it is somewhat viable. But I don't understand going for an air experimental that you don't have air control for yet or are about to have. I can speak English, of course. I just don't get that, because now it's going to sit here. Yeah, it does have long-range missiles to maybe kill off some scouts, but I just don't get. It's just going to sit there now. I mean, that mass could be used for building air units or building, I guess, an artillery that would probably get more value out of it immediately, I'd be honest. The range on that thing, unfortunately, does not hit the rear guard air slots. Does hit Charlotte's base here and kind of nicks Ars's base. At least the infrastructure at a bare minimum. The mexes are a different story. Western side, T2 Navy still online. We have a chicken moving in to kill off the T2 Navy from Team 1. No T3 yet. Neither player wants to go for T3 for whatever reasons. Neptunes would probably just wipe that out. Yassos would wipe out everything else, sticking with Team 2's T2 Navy. So, I mean, both teams have options to completely win their side of the map for Navy, but they're just not doing it yet. So we'll see if either of them will go for T3. It is 30 minutes on the clock, so maybe they will. And in the eastern side, look at Charlotte's eco 1.3k mass a second. Almost the entirety of Team 2's eco at this point in time. So that is a hefty amount of reclaim to play with. Both quantum gateways just constantly pumping out stuff. We have a GC just horde going to be built. You know, Knights of the Round Table or whatever going to just sit around and hang out. We have a monkey ward and a crab being built down here. And so we have all of that eco funding experimentals and more eco. I see acceleration happening very quickly for Team 1 and maybe Paragon. Maybe bigger, exciting things with all of these hives here. I wouldn't recommend putting anything right here because I think it's just too close to Team 2's side of the map. Maybe put something, you know, right here or right here maybe. Just a little bit further away. Maybe mark out where T3 artillery could hit you and just be like, we'll build it a little bit further back and call it a day. And there is a little bit of Air Force also building for Bendu. We have Corsairs going after Velarone's comm. Velarone does have nano, but not the advanced nano. Trying to bob and weave. There's so many missiles raining on the comm. Get underneath the shield, and he is gone. There he goes. Team 1 scores a counter kill, and now the naval player for Team 2 on the western side has been eliminated, and it is now a tied up 4v4 with zwierzak gaining that base, and now he's up to 1.2k mass income. He is definitely going to be happy about that, and I think the end of the game is starting to occur, especially with a nuke already online and then reloaded again, so that he has that access. He's probably building, he probably soon could be building something else to spend all that mass. Is he spending it all now? He has some buildup that he has some time to try to deal with, but right now he's not dealing with all that mass income. We do see Bug is over here still not wiping. There it is. T3 Naval Headquarters. T2 Naval Headquarters is offline. I should say Nuke is outbound again. Question is, where is it going? Ooh, it's going for the eastern base with the Scathis being built. The SMD is online. Look at all of that PD emplacement. That is insane. Says absolutely not to the everything from Team 2. Oh, it's going to land actually shorter than that. Boom. They killed off, I think, a couple of mexes and a brick. Maybe another brick. Maybe 2 bricks. But not really anything damaging. OP Nuke. Exactly, OP Nuke. So mean to move your stuff. I mean, true, it was so mean to move your stuff. But he had to move it so it didn't blow up. So, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Navy's starting to be whittled down here from Team 2. And at this point, Navy is lost. Unless the facility can get built very quickly. Corsairs doing something. I have no idea what that was about. But here comes the air fight. We've been waiting for a while. Here comes the ASS from Bendu to assist a little bit. There's a tiny bit of AA in the area. And I think Team 1 might have lost air. Ooh, actually, there's a lot more AA there, at least within range. Here comes those Corsairs getting absolutely wiped. And don't know what they... Oh, SMD mechs, maybe? I mean, that's something dead, but... I mean, that's a clean sweep of air from both sides. I mean, a little bit more air remains for Team 1, but not by much. And then Team 2's zwierzak is probably just going to build a bunch of AA and call it a day. So, honestly, it's actually a win for Team 2 because they do have a donut. But Team 1 will retain air control. And there's a lot of ASS being pumped out of Team 1 right now. So, that's not looking great. Don't worry, I carry, says Charlotte. Yeah, with that thing getting built very quickly. Backup SMD. Love to see backup SMD. I mean, I wish it was a little bit closer to the southern side to get kind of a big overlapping coverage. Nice little Venn diagram kind of situation. But, hey, he has a backup. Backups are better than no backups, so I'll take it. Team 2 on the southwestern side. Artillery is online. Like I said, I don't believe that... Oh, it's within range. Oh, that's awkward. Oh, that's funny. They actually kind of semi-spotted it. That is interesting. Well, let me know down in the comments who you think is going to currently win this game at 35 minutes almost on the clock. Team 1, 2.6. Team 2, 1.8. So it's still behind by a decent amount, but it's not insurmountable. If Team 2 gets enough very efficient things online, like artillery, nukes, that sort of thing, it might make the difference in eco. Map control is about 50-50, to be honest, with Navy existing. Team 2 is actually going to fight back at Navy from 2 players' point of view, so maybe that'll help kind of alleviate some pressure on that front. But let me know down in the comments who you think is going to currently win this game. If you haven't, because I don't know why at this point. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Again, really do appreciate all the time and attention to give to each and one of these videos. And yeah, just thank you so much for watching. And hopefully you're enjoying your Wednesday. I think it's a Wednesday. Tuesday? Yeah, no, it's Wednesday. It's via Wednesday. Duh, it is via Wednesday. Unless you're not watching it on Wednesday, then enjoy whatever day, morning, evening, afternoon, the 11Zs, whatever was going on. Hopefully you're enjoying your time and whatnot and spending time with friends and family and all that stuff as well. Large air grid, not really expanding yet. Couple of shielding placements, needs a little bit more shielding. Second artillery is coming online. Once Team 2 notices that Scathis, which they honestly may have by now. No, I think they're just targeting SMDs at this point. Shielding does get hit, but it's a lot of assistance from these hives. I mean, that's a lot more PD than I think you would ever need at this point. I mean, there's a line here, there's a line here, there's multiple lines here. Way more PD than you'll ever need. But hey, he's protected against sort of dual, laser comms. We have 2 Paragons now, says Carl. Gotta go. Good luck, says Caliber. He has to go, but at least he's trying to stick with it. Bug came in, wiped out that naval facility. There's another one that's still there. Bug is going to be inbound for that air grid. Only 2, says where's that? He'd have like 5 by now. Bug is going to get hit by a ton of ASF fire. And Bug is going to be shot down pretty quickly. Honestly, that's a little mass gift for Team 2. There's like the engineers are like, come for reclaim. And the Bug's like, I will come and land on you. And they're like, wait, squish. So, not exactly how he wanted it. But it's on that side of the map. And it's right there. And looks like he's just going to, oh, nope, maybe not. Nope, he's going to do it. Oh, maybe. Yep, okay. Maybe he had a power issue for like a couple seconds. Wait. Can't do that yet. We have a GC here from Team 1 and a Megalith right here. So with that 5 GCs plus a Mega, good luck getting through that front line. They are actually spread out, so maybe you could try to sneak past one, but I don't know, there's units up here, so maybe not. How's that Scathis doing? It's almost in the 100% range. What are you doing with the eco? Says Khal. I'll be talking to zwierzak. Looks like all the mass from Bendu is being sent over just to help expedite that construction of that Scathis. Nuke is inbound, not to that location. He is pumping out. Oh, he's going for the super nuke. Love it. Already at 25% done with that. He's going eastward. SMD is not online. SMD is... Oh, that's unfortunate. Should be loading that one. Ooh, a couple of mechs is going to dead. The megalith is going to get hit. ASFs are not going to be... Sorry, I won't talk now, says Khal. Scathis is online, and I would immediately start targeting either the artillery from Team 2 or the nuke, but he's going after the air grid first. Here comes that nuke. Kaboom! Again, the EMPs that mega and wipes out all those engineers and the SMD. Is unfortunate he had one right here that would have most definitely shot that down. But hey, you know, he does lose some mixes, but he's still at, what, 1.8k mass, so, I mean, it's not too bad. And he has a Scathis, and he just wiped out a chunk of the air grid for Phoenix. That's rough. Scout for Scathis is Khal. I think Team 2 should see that by now, right? Oh, yeah, they 100% see it already. Shields are online from the Aeon Tech. Because why not build 2? We know where it is. Nice. Look at that. Just might as well build another one, Scout, for me. Says Charlotte, just trying to get some eyes on where stuff is. I mean, dang, that is... I mean, you might as well go for another Scathis. I mean, in my opinion, it's one of those things where... I mean, yeah, having a lot of them is nice, but... I don't know. Again, I think everybody knows, at least most people know, the Scathis is a game ender. It's a game ender for a reason. Oh, and then he just snipes Team 2's Phoenix with that Scathis. I saw it in real time as the shots were landing. I technically didn't miss it. I wasn't zoomed in on him, but I definitely did see that. Oh, that's rough. Well, Team 2 loses another player. Again, Polytheistic is still in the game in this base. Maybe hand him over a base or so to just kind of get back in the game, because he's kind of just sitting there doing nothing. Maybe he's trying to do some, scouting or something, or just trying to help out. But I don't know. It's just at that point you might as well either maybe leave or get a base or something to try to help out. There's a monkey wood down here from Team 2. It's not looking. Sorry, Team 1. That is not looking good for Team 2 at all. And the shields are trying to hold and not really holding. A lot of the shielding around the comm is annihilated. There's, again, a couple of shielding placements down here. It's not covering where the comm is. I will note the comm is standing in probably one of the worst spots to stand. I think that's within range of 3 of the 4 P-gens. That one, I mean, it can hit this one, but it doesn't hit this one. So I think it goes to about the middle, maybe. Shield pops back online. Scathis actually changes targets, which I think is a little unfortunate because it probably would have wiped out those artillery emplacements, to be honest. Second Scathis is already above 50%. And I would assume that he knows about it. Oh, he does not know about it. He's just targeting where the nuke is, I guess. And is just getting lucky because the YOLO's right there in the mix of it. I don't understand building a nuke next to a nuke, especially the super nuke, because not the best idea to put that zwierzak. Probably get out of range of those P-gens because you're going to get hit. Looks like maybe artillery was thought about up there. That's just a very classic, very I mean, everybody probably has that power generator template because... and it's just very easy to go, oh, I can build that there. I don't know why those strats are running or flying so close to that line of AA, but a lot of them got destroyed. That's a little awkward. Oh, those pigeons go down. That's unfortunate. The YOLO is online. 2 XP, says velaone. Talking about the GC and the Mega, and then soon to be another GC. Thought he was maybe talking about that. I don't think they should know about that, right? Nah, they don't. They don't know about that yet, which is odd because they had an eye on it. Seems a little odd.
Strategic launch detected.
Reg of the nuke is inbound. Super nuke is about to be loaded, ready to go. There goes an explosion somewhere. Probably SSU died somewhere, most likely. Yeah, right in this space. Yep. SSU died. That's unfortunate. Quantum Gateway still pumping stuff out. Not as much, no. Shielding is starting to break a little bit in Charlotte's actually starting location. UEF does UEF things of satellite, and he has his own nuke online. There is a chicken. I repeat, there is a chicken up on that northern side for Team 1. A YOLO nuke is inbound. That is not good things. If they nuke air grid, you might lose power, says Khal. That's not good. We have SMDs here and here and here and here and here. Looks like maybe he is prepping for that unfortunate incident. His power is down. He needs to fix that. Fixes it immediately. Luckily, the artillery is targeting up there. Here comes the chicken from Team 2. Zwierzak to that nuke. Ars is sitting right there. Ravagers are within range. The nuke does go down before it can fire. And the satellite is not safe. He grabs the satellite as it dies. Nice grab there. I think another SMD was wasted. That's unfortunate. Or at least the SMD anti-nuke was wasted. Second Scathis should be online here shortly. No, it's actually been stopped in favor of maybe more SMD production. Another YOLO is inbound, I'd imagine. And yeah, he is producing a lot of YOLOs very, very quickly. Or at least a lot of the super nukes very quickly. Second artillery piece. Maybe he's going to be joined by a third friend there. Scathis won't break this, says Khal, talking about... I don't know about that. It's only 2 shielding, but if he gets a second Scathis online, it definitely will break it. So he just needs to load all these SMDs as fast as possible. He still has a couple of those missiles loaded, but he's not heavily assisting them, which means, unfortunately, he might actually lose the Scathis, and it might be a huge reversal for Team 2. Yep, there's that. And a nuke is 88,000 mass killed. That one's loaded again. It's only going to go to one place until it blows it up. And engineer is handed over from Ars to assist those hover drones. And there's only one loaded. Oh no. I mean, it's gonna maybe... It's moving decently quick, to be honest, and this is at 0 speed. So it's maybe has a chance. I mean, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. There's GCs on the ground. We have gunships inbound. Honestly, wipe out some AA and just full send it into that YOLO. You don't got time. The donut was defeated at some point. Apologies for missing that. SMD does end up firing, at least there. That alleviates one of the needs of Team 1's Charlotte. And there's the other one gets shot down. And then the other one fires anyways. Oh, that's unfortunate. GC is just making their trek over, but they're just getting heavily denied by Team 2's either mobile units or just whatever else that they have in their shield emplacements. Artillery still targeting SMDs, I guess? Mexes? Both? Maybe both. Maybe SMD. No, not close enough. Scathis is almost done. SMDs are being heavily assisted. That one, this is Sparta. This one is almost reloaded. How's this one in the middle doing? They're assisting that one. That's the 1,000 flames. There's only 2 loaded, I think. This one's loaded. This one is loaded. So 1 and 2. There it goes. I mean, it is a back and forth. I mean, it could go either way. If that second Scathis comes online, that might be enough to pierce that shielding. It's taken a while. SMDs are being heavily assisted, though, which means this isn't being built as fast as possible. Another nuke is inbound. How's the SMD over here? It's half loaded. That's going to be done in time. That one is going to be done in time. This one is close to being done in time. This one, a lot of these are being close to being done. All of those hives. And now the second Scathis is online. 44 minutes on the clock. YOLO is slowly inbound. Sync Scathis, please, says Khal. You got to fire one after the other, or essentially simultaneously. Oh no, there it goes. It's pretty darn close. Now, there comes the nuke. Second Scathis online. First volley inbound. There goes one. Oh no, 99%. No! Kaboom! I just have to give a moment of silence for that. That was insane. That was so close to being shot down and even fired. It just couldn't curve fast enough to be able to get over there. Couldn't do just like a, it's flat, just It has to do kind of a kind of thing. So that is huge for Team 2. Absolutely massive win for Team 2. I cannot believe that actually made it through. And again, Nuke's inbound. He just probably has it on just continuously firing at that same location. The next nuke will probably go somewhere else. Oh, that's not a good place to put those strats. Got to move those. Got to move those. Oh, that's, well, 1, 2, 3, 4 get destroyed. 5 maybe? Maybe that's another unit. Whole team was thrown hard except Charlotte, says Khal. Eastern side, we do see counter destroyers are online. They're going to just carve their way northward. Nuke here, says polytheistic. Another Scathis is being built by Team 1's Haidovic. Because why not? More SMDs, of course, being built all the time. Ribbon. Okay. I have a bone to pick. You two are right next to one another. You're both air players. Put all of this over here and just shield the thing. I don't understand why you're building 2 of them simultaneously when you can just build. Like, literally, this one is half done. A little I have half done. This one is almost half done. So you almost have a full Scathis between the 2 of you. I never understood that. I never understood. I'm going to build the same thing as you at the same time. You could just help build the same thing at the same time. Teleporter started for Ars in the north. He is UEF. He may go for Billy Nuke. That is not going to pierce the shielding at all by any means. Not even this down here. There's just too much shielding for both of them. Here comes the YOLO. Kaboom. Wipes out that front line. Just absolutely crazy that nuke landed. That is probably one of the closest YOLO, like just nukes in general, that I've ever seen actually land with the SMB firing. Absolutely insane. Charlotte said 3 seconds. Yeah, that's those 3 seconds. I mean, a couple more mechs, a couple more engineers would have been enough to maybe load it fast enough. And now I think it's just mop up for Team 2. I mean, they have a YOLO. I mean, if Team 1, there is that to consider, but they're going to probably target, I would assume, the artillery. Oh, no. Team 2 is building their own Scathis, because why not? They ran into a lot of AA. They probably needed maybe double those strats to pierce the shielding. It's not enough. A couple of them drop payloads, but yeah, that did not go very well. And there goes an explosion in the northeast. Did he try to get sniped? No, they did not try to snipe him. Because it's just Khal and Caliber. Those yeah. Like, they actually legitimately tried to snipe. Not dead, says Velaone. Did Team 2 know where he was? They knew where he was. That is insane. They barely missed. And because he got EMP'd, so he was, within close range-ish. Northern side, we have strats being utilized against a bunch of mobile flak. I mean, granted, there are some Yenzine mixed in there, so it's kind of a mixture of both, but still. Kill Monkey Lord, please, says Charlotte. It's leading the charge. Looks like the destroyers have been dealt with for the most part on that eastern front. And Nuke has been rebuilt built for Team 1. There goes another nuke, wiping out more mechs. That eco is dropping very quickly here for Team 1. Kaboom! That's another, what is that? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 mechs if you count that one. That probably was already dead, but at least 7 there. How's the Scathis doing? There's one already online. Second one is almost online as well. I guess at a bare minimum, they are building them pretty quickly, so there's that. And then, he's going to teleport immediately. He has to fire it right as he, gates in, or he's a dead man. These PD could actually just target that position as well. There's a random E-storage there. That would be unfortunate for all those engineers standing there. There goes the... you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Yep. Yep, that didn't work. Yeah, Team 2 countered that heavily hard. So now it is, what, a 3v3 tied game at 49 minutes on the clock? Yeah, he's probably not going to teleport. How? PD, who died? No, Charlotte. Talking about that. All of his stuff got transferred over to Charlotte. He has a little bit more of a second base now. Nuke is online for Team 2. And wipes out that entire base. Boom! There's that one dead. Scathis is almost done. Is he waiting to fire then? No, he's not. He's firing it. Okay, I was going to say, like, why are you waiting? Why also did that only fire one shot? That's odd. Oh, second Scathis is online for Team 1. Owned by different players. Maybe transfer those over to one player. No, that one fires immediately. Maybe he's waiting. I don't know. Okay, well, it looks like he's targeting. I mean, he must be targeting that base. Ooh. Looks like maybe the Scathis chewed up most of this artillery line for Team 2's guildannn. Again, as a reminder, polytheistic is still in the game. Here comes another nuke inbound. He's still in the game because he moved there. He was sitting over here earlier. And YOLO is inbound, I would assume, for one of those two Scathis. SMD is being heavily assisted. 6 of them loaded in that one. We have 1, 1, and 0. So a lot of that. Looks like Scathis actually transferred over to Charlotte. I don't know why. And might as well leave it on. Maybe he's just focusing on air so he can just... He's only firing... Why is he only firing a couple of volleys? Does he not have the power to run the thing, maybe? Oh, not really, no. Doesn't really have the power to run the thing. Oh, the YOLO lands over here. That's not great because Charlotte needed that power for all the everything. And kaboom! Wipes out that base. That starting location for Arson. And it is close. I mean, the Scathis shots are raining in onto that YOLO's location. And there's the shots. Regular nuke is inbound. Hey, getting some work out of that. 124,000 mass from that one killed. So, oh, there comes the dual shot. That's probably what they were trying to do. They're probably sync up. That's exactly what's trying to happen. YOLO going to fire again. It's going to keep firing again, and then probably switch over or try to do something in combination of the two. Another nuke is inbound at the same time, and here come the shots. Shielding is starting to not look too good. Oh, lots of the generators are knocked offline. That last one did a great job of knocking out all the everything else. There's more shots inbound. One, and that's right. That's the single one, and the double one is inbound. The YOLO is inbound. I don't know why sometimes it doesn't render the artillery shots all the way over. Like it goes high enough, and then there they are again, kind of thing. It's almost like they go, up. Okay, we're out of range. Oh, okay, now we're back into range. But even though I've watched Maybor shots and all that stuff fly over across the map in multiple games, and Scathis shots, I just don't know why it's not doing it the entire time here. There goes the P-gens for the nuke, and there goes the nuke. The SMD is offline. He has backup SMDs on the front lines. Not a big deal. He has 5 of them there, but the shielding is all knocked offline. It was a great comeback from Team 2, but unfortunately, 2 Scathis, whatever you want to call dual or more than one Scathis, was just enough to absolutely annihilate that shield. Needed more shielding, needed more engineers. We have a nice units conga lining inbound. I don't really think that's gonna work. I mean, it is 1 mega though, so there's that. But yeah, I don't think. How is that YOLO not dead yet? It has 1.1 million mass killed. Absolutely monstrosity amount of mass killed. I mean, it killed off 2 Scathis to be fair, so that definitely helped out a massive amount. We have PD being built now. That probably should be enough. There's a lot of flak here, but honestly, it's not a lot of bricks. Is it dead yet? Still not dead yet. Insane to me that is not dead yet. And we have PD, more of them being built all the time. We have more bricks coming in. Yeah. I mean, there's SMDs that are actually going to get knocked offline, to be honest. There's that. Oh, this is not good. These SMDs need to stay alive. They're going to launch here. There's an SMD there that absolutely needs to stay. Oh, there's one there. And okay, there's still some loaded. And wow, those bricks are punching through. And the YOLO finally gets defeated. That is the last one they have to deal with. At least 2 of these ones back here need to survive. At least one of them needs to survive. The Scathis is going to get destroyed by bricks. Are not showing bricks, are not your bricks are not showing the Scathis. That is insane what just happened. The bricks just went, we're gonna full send it, and they grabbed a lot of SMDs. There's still SMDs to destroy. If they grab this whole base is dead. Oh, PD are trying to open up and kill off as many of these units as possible. Oh, the nuke is inbound. Again, this one has one loaded and this one has one loaded. These 2 survive, that's it. This one survives, that's it. There's a lot of SMDs here, so it might just be enough. But, man, that last little bit. Oh, and it's just going to get clipped by one of those SMDs anyways. Everything transferred over to Team 1's Bendu. Honestly, at this point, unless somebody else was building something crazy somewhere, being, you know, another nuke, game ender, that sort of thing, I don't think it's going to matter. Bugs, though. Explosion in the north. Looks like Team 1's Haidovic actually control Ks. Don't know why he did that. That seemed odd. Why did he? I mean, at the end of the game, like maybe he had to go. Maybe he's just too tired. Epic. Yeah, 100%. Epic game is definitely a way to describe this. Oh, my goodness. We have Othams inbound. We have Othams inbound. Are they going to do a repeat? Strats inbound from zwierzak. This is crazy. He is coming back. Not enough to knock off the Scathis, but I mean none of those bombers got destroyed, which means there it goes. The second number 4 Scathis is defeated for Team 1. Amazing comeback, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be over. There's the sorry, I hit my mic. There's the game. There goes Team 1's Charlotte. He control Ks. Absolutely massive win by Team 2 zwierzak. MVP 1000%. There's the control K there. There's a control K there from polytheistic, because why not? That is the game. That should say zwierzak right there. Insane game. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. And that would actually explain why the person who sent me this replay sent me the file and not the just like say, hey, this is the replay on the vault, because apparently the vault was missing about the last minute or so. Could you imagine this game without the last minute? That is insane. Take about 54-minute clock kind of thing. Not having the bricks, not having, the strats and the Othams and the what, like that would have been insane to not have that. Because you would think, okay, Team 2, just went, okay, we're done. They left. That's it. Absolutely insane game. Thank you so much for sending me this one. These games are amazing. This is why I love this game, because anything can happen at any moment in time, regardless of all the chips are, just you have nothing left to spend. You spend your last, $5 or something, and you win it with that $5. Amazing. 4 Scathi and 1 YOLO destroyed. Team 2 wins the game, and a couple of T3 artillery, and a couple of regular nukes. But anyway, and 1 Novax. Didn't last that much long, though. Thank you so much for watching to the very, very, very end of the video. I cannot stress enough how much this game was amazing. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see all of you in the next one.